Well, the British aren't coming. Prime Minister David Cameron going to his parliament and getting voted down. His members of parliament saying they do not want Great Britain to be involved in the conflict with Syria. Some lawmakers want President Obama to do the same thing, to go to Congress and ask their permission as the Constitution requires. Here on what course of action he believes the U.S. ought to take is Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, who joins us live this morning. Senator, thanks a lot for joining us. Can you sum up what the point of this apparently imminent attack on Syria is? What's our objective here?
Well, that's the real question. I think we have no strategic objective. I don't think it'll change the course of the war. And in fact, one of the things that troubles me is that we've already announced in advance, well, it's not going to be too much of an attack, it's not going to last too long, and we're not for regime change. I've had conversations with the administration both publicly and privately, and this sounds like what their objective is. Their objective is stalemate. And I've told them, frankly, I'm not sending my son, your son, or anyone else's son to fight if your goal or your objective is stalemate. That's not what Americans are about.
So the idea is that the president gave his word that there was this red line. He described the use of weapons of mass destruction. Syria apparently has crossed that line, and so we need to act. Is that the rationale?
It sounds to me like saving face, because he's made a promise, so he's going to follow through with his promise. That's why you ought to be very careful about drawing lines in the sand or red lines, because now he feels that he looks weak to both his colleagues in the United States as well as his international